You're listening to The Sizzle on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
All right, you know who it is. You know what it is. It's The Sizzle here, baby, and we are on Facebook Live, doing it live. That means we are live, fresh and correct, right to you. That is what we've come to do. So, listen, let's talk about this. Let's talk about how we can get ready to jump right into it. But before we get ready to get there, you know, if you have not liked, subscribed, and shared, please feel free to do so. Make sure that you connect with us by hitting the like button, hitting that thumbs up, or hitting the subscribe button. Make sure that you're getting all the brand new content whenever we drop a new show. So we're going to do a championship edition. We're going to do what we've talked about since the last show, actually, is the Milwaukee Bucks. So, Jay, here we are. Here's everything, all the marbles on the table. All the bananas in the basket, all of the fries in the bucket.
I don't want my bananas in the basket. You went too far.
You can't have the bananas in the basket?
No.
Well, how are you going to carry them?
Hey, I put my bananas in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the last time somebody said that, she asked, was I happy to see her? And I told her it was just a banana in my pocket. That's all it was, just a banana in the pocket. But, okay, Jay.
Oh, man.
So, you know who's in the building. J Sizzle, G Sizzle, in the building. Look, man, all right. So, I was hoping Old Man River could get one, but it doesn't look like it's going to be any fun. So, let's just get to the chase. And what we're talking about is the Milwaukee Bucks on top of the world right now as the NBA champs for this season. Yeah. Just give me your reflections, man. Just let our listeners know how you feel about the first time since the 70s.
Yeah, back in Abdul-Jabbar. Was it Abdul-Jabbar? Was it Kareem Abdul-Jabbar back then, or was he?
No, he was
Lou Alcindor.
He was Lou Alcindor then.
He was Lou Alcindor back then. Yeah, so it was way back in the day. Giannis is a cyborg. I've figured that out. He's a Terminator. This guy going into this game, he had played 197 minutes. This guy is amazing. 45 offensive rebounds. He rebounds one of the greatest defenders I think we've seen in the game. Mm-hmm. I mean, he could defend all of the positions on the court. Mm-hmm. And his recovery time is something we've never really seen before. Not at a man his size, because a smaller man might have that recovery speed, but he's not going to have the impact on the game like we saw Giannis have. Giannis had the quietest, greatest game we've ever seen in the NBA Finals. I want to say that we've ever seen before. You're talking 50 points. What was he? Almost 18 or 19 or 21 from the line, something like that. Rebounding, 5 blocks. Just one of the greatest games we've ever seen, but it's not a game that we're used to seeing. We're used to seeing these guys light it up from out at the arc, hitting the 18, 19, 20-foot jumpers, crossing people over. Giannis doesn't do any of that. It is straight bully basketball, and I'm going to beat you up, and I am going to win. We haven't seen it like that. He doesn't give us just dues. But right now, for what I saw today, Giannis, and maybe this is just me and being in the moment right now, I'm all about feelings about him, but this is probably one of the hardest working guys we've ever seen in the NBA. And this brand of basketball, even though it's not pretty, it's effective. And we just saw a guy drop 50 points on the team today and literally win this championship himself.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. If you didn't watch the game, the Milwaukee Bucks 105, the Phoenix Suns 98, and it was a close game. But I think when you look back at the first quarter set the tone for Milwaukee. Them being back in Milwaukee, fans, home court, home cooking, just comfortability in their own arena. They took a 29-point lead. Well, not a 29-point lead, but it was
Wow,
29 to 16.
Wow.
It felt like a 29-point lead.
It felt like a 29-point
It felt like
lead.
a 30-point lead they took. A lot of tense playing. I mean, I think at one point, the only 2 buckets the Suns had were by Chris Paul, and one was a like desperation 3 from distance. It was, you could see the makings of this being bad from the beginning. And this is why it was so important for Phoenix to win that game at home, so that when they went to Milwaukee, this wouldn't happen. And yeah, this happened.
Yeah, it was just a game that, unless the ball was falling from distance for the Phoenix Suns, they didn't have a chance. Right. I mean, Devin Booker wasn't going to drop 40 for you again tonight. You blew that chance. You still had Chris Paul out there looking like that lady who falls down with the little thing around her neck, and she's got to push the button. I'm falling and I can't get up. How many times are we just going to not dribble the basketball, keep your hand moving, but we don't have the basketball in it? How many times are we going to do that? I'm wondering, is he hurt? Does he have any tendons left in that hand whatsoever? Is that part of the problem? Because we just saw a guy who literally forgot how to dribble the basketball, especially in traffic. I mean, this was not the Chris Paul I'm used to seeing. I mean, we're used to seeing the point guard. And this looks like a guy who really could. I was almost to the point where they should have just brought in and let Campaign run it at the end, because I started seeing that Chris Paul might have been a liability at the end of this ball game. At least Campaign was giving you explosiveness to the basket. He was able to take people down, break down that one-on-one when he had opportunity to do so, when they come off that pick and roll, or they did that press way up on top above the key when they started trying to take Chris Paul out of his offensive set. You saw Campaign able to blow by people and make stuff happen at the basket. We just saw maybe a Chris Paul who just aged out in the last 2 games, and he just wasn't able to keep up this finals pace.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're looking at a player that you don't think it, but he's in his 8th season, and he's only 26. So
I thought you were going to say he was in his 80s. Oh, you're talking about Giannis. I thought you were talking about
you were talking about Chris Paul. No, well, I had thought about that when you said about the lady falling in the commercial, and then I thought, is Chris Paul in one of those commercials? Because you never know. Maybe that might be new thing. He and Cliff Paul, somebody is falling, and I don't know if Chris Paul will be able to get up.
Hey, I think we just saw the last hurrah of Chris Paul. I think it's downhill from here on out. It was downhill after the second game in these finals, but I just think we saw aging Chris Paul. I think we just saw a guy go old right in front of us. Like that movie, what's that movie they got coming out now where everybody gets old on the beach? That'd be a bad place to get old on the beach, wouldn't it? Yeah. You finally get out to the beach, got your little blanket out there. Next thing you know, you sit down and all of a sudden you can't get up off the ground because you're 85. I don't know.
That's kind of what happened to Chris Paul. It was like he started the games. He was running through them. He was young, and he was 41 points.
He was spry.
Look, man, you got to go back and look at some of our shows. We talked about spry Chris Paul. We were giving him his props. We were going through. And then Devin Booker got slapped in the face with someone's head. I mean, it was a vicious.
Yeah.
Patrick Beverley headbutted him out of the playoffs. That's my story. Patrick Beverley tried to kill Devin Booker, and I'm going with it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Devin Booker played well, but we didn't think Devin Booker was going to keep sustaining these 40-point ball games. And this is what the Suns needed, because your big men were all gone. I mean, they were down to playing the kid from Wisconsin, who probably didn't even bring his own basketball shoes with him because he didn't think he was going to be playing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he had to go to the local Foot Locker and find Kaminsky. He had to go to the full and go find some shoes, because I'm sure he wasn't thinking he was going to be playing when these series started. Mm-hmm. They didn't have any more big men left, and you found Ayton, which I don't know if it was just got overwhelmed as a young fella or if he was just trying not to foul out of the games because Giannis was just applying so much pressure, but he almost became null and void after a while. It was so bad with him that he even wouldn't even attack the basket like he needed to. When he needed to go up and dunk or he needed to go hard, he was kicking the ball back out to the three-point line. When he had really open lines right to the basket, Giannis was that intimidating in this ball game. So I think you saw the Suns just be undermanned and with an aging point guard who could not stand up underneath the pressure. We saw that. Drew Holiday is the truth. He's going to put the elbows on you. Tucker's going to put the elbows on you. And this was just bully basketball by the Bucks, and they just beat you down. But this is Giannis's game. This is Giannis's game. I mean, did you see him do the hollering and screaming at the end of the game? I mean, at the end of interviews? This is how this guy lives his life. This guy's, like you said before, he's a Wakandan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is one of the true Wakandans in the NBA. Like, seriously, at the end of his career, he will be in Space Jam 3, the new legacy. That's how
he should have just came in and took over Space Jam this time. When LeBron was in there, Giannis should have just showed up and took the basketball, wouldn't give it back. And then Giannis would have just, and then LeBron would have just fell down, hold his shoulder, looking up to see right if he saw him. And then if he was out of camera frame, he'd just roll over there and get over there where you can see him lay it out with him.
I didn't do
He'd been flopping.
I didn't say that.
LeBron would just been flopping all over. He'd just been flopping.
I didn't say that.
For no reason.
So for the last few minutes, man, before we get ready to do what we do, because we always come to do what we do. But
wow.
What do you see when you say you think it's the end for Chris Paul? Do you see the Suns now putting their efforts like the Bucks did and doubling down, bringing in players? Really, the Bucks, I think, spent more this NBA season than any other NBA team in bringing in talent. Do the Suns now go out and do that? Do they sign a Chris Paul to a max contract to get him in the
absolutely
fold?
not. Absolutely not. You do not sign Chris Paul because Chris Paul fell apart at the end. I think you let Chris Paul go out there and see if he can run around and maybe chase another championship somewhere else. I don't believe the Suns, as they are constructed right now, are going to make another run. I think this whole situation with COVID, with injuries that were going into the playoffs, fell right into the Suns' hands. We saw the Suns being able to push early in these playoffs, but as the playoffs went along, their bench started showing that they didn't have the people to come off the bench and sustain these middle quarters, that 4 or 5 minutes that you need your bench to hold it down for you. They just didn't have the personnel. And so I just don't see them having the personnel now. It's like right now, are they going to throw money at campaign right now? No, absolutely not. But campaigns get ready to go somewhere, and somebody's going to throw him a paycheck, and campaign's going to go take it. He's going to be gone. And so you have to look at. I have to look and see who else is a unrestricted free agent this year. But I don't think they're going to be able to keep this. Now, they'll keep the core together. I mean, you keep Booker together and Ayton together, but as we found out, that's not enough. And I believe that Chris Paul is probably not going to be there. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Chris Paul over there in LA and not with the Clippers. Because as we see Los Angeles right now, you need a point guard over there, and that Rajon Rondo experiment wasn't it. So you still have an issue going on right now. I don't know, and we see an aging LeBron and AD over there. They're going to need some help at the point. It's possible Chris Paul, because he will not be the primary scorer, he'll be the fourth option, and he can just facilitate. That might be a good space for him to land. But I think we saw the Suns, and we might not see them for a while more.
Okay, so. You know what we come to do. You know how we always do what we do, because it's who we are. We do what we do. We're champions, either in Milwaukee, either on the net, on the radio, in the club. We are wherever we are champions. So, Jay, are you ready to do the Hot 5 and 5?
Let's go.
Come on, man. Let's do it. The Hot 5 and 5. You know what it is. It's the Sizzle's Hot 5 and 5. We do it all the time.
Yeah.
We give you the 5 hottest stories going on right now in the sports world and in the world, period. And we let you disseminate which one you think is hot. So let's start it off. Oh, it was. It was a big word for a big man, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And guess who was watching him? Guess who was watching him? Quarterback du jour, Aaron Rodgers, was at the game.
Wow.
It's courtside.
He should be.
Yeah.
He's in Wisconsin.
Yeah, well, there are rumors out there.
Is he going to be on the sideline for the Packers?
Here's the thing. Aaron Rodgers rumors has it that he has declined the Packers' contract offer to be the top paid NFL player this season. So, with that said,
he's all in his feelings.
He is very much in his feelings, and right now, you're going to see how it looks Green Bay as a Aaron Rodgers-less Packers squad going into the 2023 season.
You think that's a Danica Patrick effect, I think. You know, he was acting fine until he broke up with Danica Patrick. Now he's just all over the place.
Yeah, well, come go. I don't even know what that means, but it's good enough for me.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. So, hey, let's get into number 2 on the Hot 5. Rams Cam Akers suffers a torn ACL injury and is out for the season. The lead running back for the Rams will be missing this season, and we know we'll talk about it more when we start our fantasy subject because we're getting ready to do our fantasy drops. So please make sure that you're looking out, those who are fantasy players or those who just want to know what's going on with football from week to week. You've got to check out Rich Sizzle and Jay Sizzle as they break down the fantasy picks for the upcoming season. All right. So, Jay, stop me if you've heard this one before.
Okay.
The head of the Olympics in Tokyo has said he will not rule out a late cancellation of games amid a spread of COVID-19.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, they're going to start on the 23rd, but I don't know if they're going to finish. You know, that torch has got to get in there. They already stopped having people in the stands, and now you start to see Coco went down. She's got the COVID. You've got a number of other people right now starting to spread throughout the areas in there. And as we know, this variant is out here. It's for real. And very well might see this Olympics that was delayed a year might be delayed another year or two.
All right. Well, now that we've talked about people who are out there, you know, we always have to keep it back to the home base. And so Zach LaVine has been placed back in the protocols, and he won't travel to Tokyo with the team on Monday.
Yeah.
Listen, man, let me say this. The COVID hates Zach LaVine. I don't understand why. It has a thing about Zach LaVine. This is his second stint in the health protocols, the NBA protocols. Either Zach LaVine has the worst COVID luck, or he got a bootleg injection from somewhere, probably at the flea market where he went to get his COVID shot. And number 5 on the Hot 5 and 5. Jay, this is a very serious subject for me and for all of those watching. So let me say this slowly. This year's 3 cover stars, 3 cover stars for Sports Illustrated swimsuit model would be tennis great Naomi Osaka.
Oh, she's on the cover?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Why is she on the cover? I mean, I understand why she's on the cover, but why is she on the cover? What sport does she play?
And Lena Bloom.
Who is that?
All right, if you don't know who Lena Bloom is the first trans woman to appear in an issue and on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Wow.
For those who may not know, Megan Thee Stallion is the first rapper to appear on the cover of the issue, and she is in the top 10 of African-American women, melanated women, who have appeared on the cover as a cover girl, period. So this is now, it's becoming historic, where you have not 1, not 2, but 3 melanated women on the cover of SI. And that is your Sizzle Hot 5 and 5.
Doesn't everybody have melanin?
Yeah, they do.
So everybody that's been on there since the start of it's been melanated, haven't it?
But hey, you know, some people have to be reminded of melanation, but that's okay. That's all right. That's what we're here to do. We're here to remind you this is what's going on. So
I was just wondering.
Hey man, Megan Thee Stallion, sir. When you get a text from people like, "Wow, Megan looks good on that cover,"
why is she on the cover of Sports Illustrated though?
The question is not why, Jay. The question is why not? Just
no, because it's not. What does she have to do with sports? What does she have to? What does Megan Thee Stallion have to do with sports?
She makes your heart rate go faster.
No, she makes some people's heart rates go faster.
Well, I mean, somebody, I don't know. Maybe she's dating a sports.
After you see well, I'm sure. I mean, there's a possibility that she is. But the thing about it is, I mean, it's Sports Illustrated.
Yes.
I don't know what sport she's going to talk about. And is the other person, are they like, do they run track or they play basketball, volleyball, tiddlywinks, hockey? Any of those sports? Are they a sports person of some type?
You're not going to get me. I almost fell for it. You almost got me. Like I was going to say something, but I'm not. Nope. I'm not going to tell you what she plays with. Nope. I'm not going to tell you any of that. All I'm going to say is this. All I'm going to say is this Sports Illustrated edition has different women from different genres. They're women in fashion. They're women. The first Oriental plus size model.
It's bizarre now.
It is like Harper's Bazaar. It is a culmination of everything.
It's bizarre. It's not. But you know, it was going in a handbasket when they start doing the swimsuit models from the beginning. When they first start throwing them out there, they were unique. Mm-hmm. Now it's just like, hey, who wants to be on the cover? Okay. And now it's not unique anymore. Does anybody buy a Sports Illustrated? Is anybody out there have a Sports Illustrated subscription that comes to your house?
Not anymore.
I haven't seen a Sports Illustrated, and I'm out in many convenience stores on a regular basis, and I haven't seen too many Sports Illustrated out there.
Well, let me ask you this: were you in your younger years? Were you a calendar guy? Did you put up the models?
No,
did you place them up in your bedroom or in your garage somewhere?
The only calendar the only person I think I ever had up, and I was a young guy, so don't hold me to this. I know when I say this, I'm gonna be like, "What you baby?" I think I had Farrah Fawcett up.
Everybody had Farrah Fawcett up. When she had the cornrows?
I think I had Farrah Fawcett up. Yeah. Well, no, that was what's her name? That was a chick from 10 or something like that. What was her name? I always had her name. No, she had the cornrows. She had the onesie on, and she had the big frizzy hair all over the place. You know, she was only about 95 pounds. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, okay. yeah. I had that up there. I think maybe 8 or 9 or 10 years old.
Now I couldn't do
was it Charlie's Angels or something else? Couldn't do it.
Farrah Fawcett. I couldn't have the. I wanted. There were 3 posters I wanted. My cousin had them up in his room.
Yeah,
he had a poster of Pebbles on his wall. He had one of Karen White.
Man, you went back on that one.
He had a Karen White, and he had Sheila E. in the one piece that was black and white when she had the drumstick.
The black and white one. Well, she had the drumstick. Yeah. That was a good one. Yeah, I remember that one.
And I think he had a Farrah Fawcett. He had a Brooke Shields. I remember he had a Brooke Shields.
Brooke Shields.
I think.
Yeah, what was that movie? She was like on Golden Pond. No, that was the old people movie.
Deep Blue Lagoon.
Deep Blue Lagoon. That's what it was.
Yeah, I almost called it Behind the Green Door, but it's close enough. Wow.
That was a scary movie. What about Behind the Green Door or something like that? What is scary? Did you watch scary movies when you were growing up?
No, I remember when we first saw Poltergeist. We were in Indianapolis, and we got in a hotel room in Speedway. I can remember it like yesterday.
Wow.
And they show Poltergeist on the television in the hotel.
So bad when you're a kid.
Oh, it was
Poltergeist is terrible. You know what else is another terrible one to show when you're a kid? what was that, Damien? Remember that one with the creepy music?
The Omen.
Omen, dude. The Omen's terrible to watch when you're a child. It's just horrible.
I had a classmate
named
Damien, and we wouldn't even talk to him. We said he was possessed.
Yeah.
So we made him sit in the corner like Shaq on the commercial.
Hey, did you ever watch Creature Feature? I know I got you by some years. Did you ever watch Creature Feature?
I did.
That was fabulous. Blood runs cold and Arms of Men. Was it Arms of Men or Hearts of Men? Hearts of Men.
Hearts of Men.
Yeah, that was always scary.
Nothing was better than watching a good. You had to watch The Twilight Zone. I mean, if you really wanted suspense, it was The Twilight Zone.
You know what the best Twilight Zone was? The guy, everybody was gone out of town, and the guy he loved books.
Yes,
that one.
Yes,
and he had all the books, and all of a sudden he stepped on his glasses, and he couldn't read them. That was horrible.
Look, now that we're talking about it, and since we are the Sizzle, we bounce all over the place. Are you going to see the new version of Candyman? Are you going to partake in Candyman?
Absolutely not. I will not be going to see any of those. Only last scary movie I think I would saw, I might have been Chucky. I think I would have saw Chucky. Of course, The Exorcist and all those. But beyond that, Jay Sizzle does not mess around with the occult, my friend. I don't mess with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a Ouija board around. I don't want none of that happening. Absolutely nothing.
I remember the original Candyman, and I guess it's silly because I had partners and everybody who I knew that was even Cabrini or they grew up in Stateway. I guess the thought was if there was a pile of trash somewhere and it was like burning up, you thought that Sharon Stone was going to crawl out of it.
Wow.
I don't know. We were just maybe
that was sort of weird. That was random.
It was random, but that's what you thought. I mean, she was in the movie. Okay, how random is it that you just go up to a mirror and say, and then he came out in the projects and started killing kids?
Well, if you wasn't so gangster and they told you don't dare you to say it, here you go stand up in front of the mirror and start. I won't even say it to this day. Nope, I'm not calling him out of here. Him, Freddy Krueger, none of them. I don't want none of them. Nobody come visit me.
Yo, the scariest thing was it? I think it was the first Nightmare on Elm Street where who did he drug or he pulled back through the door, through the window in the door.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, that was bad. Anyways, watch out! My microphone's going down. Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh no! Don't come back.
Look like Chris Paul.
Oh, you know what? With that said, I guess Chris Paul's worst nightmare was Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he Candymaned him all night. He Candymaned the whole team. It was a terrible thing.
It was over. You just saw Giannis could not be. They could not figure out how to keep him out the paint. Mm-hmm. And does he charge on every play? I mean, literally. Literally every play, he just puts his arm down, his shoulder down. He just bully balls to the basket. I'm bigger and stronger than you, and I'm a gangster.
Now Glenn Johnson. What's up? Peace to you, bro. Hope everything's going well. Glenn says that he travels every time he gets the ball.
No, see, I have read the rule. Let's get some understanding on this rule now.
Okay.
Right? You do not count step number one.
Okay.
Right? Step number one is 0.
Okay.
So when you have possession of the ball, that step is 0. Mm-hmm. The next step is 1, and then 2. That's that half step, right? Mm-hmm. So what looks like a travel is not a travel because the first step is 0. And that's what the problem. That's why a Euro step looks like you're traveling. That's why James Harden, and none of those guys get called for traveling when they do the step back 3, right? The step back 3 looks like, they're definitely traveling. They're not, because once you catch the ball, that first step is 0. And that's how it's called. And so it's not 1.5, it's 0, 1, then a half. That's what it is. So it's actually there you go. See, knowledge, man. You can break it down. Hey, how about Jeff Bezos today, man? Get on that rocket flying up there today. Was that crazy? Were you excited about that, or do you even care?
Look, man, you have to get into space for me to really care. You can't just be a few miles above Earth and then come right back down. Not for 28 million. Not for 28 million. I better get up in the sky. I better see Superman. I better see the Justice League. I better see a satellite. I better see something up there.
You go to Krypton.
Boy, I better see Medicus, Mediterranean. I better see Thanos, Kane the Conqueror. I better see Miss Marvel, Super Marvel Girl. I better see somebody.
So he don't get no credit. He don't get no credit for like strapping a rocket to his behind and flying into the sky. I mean that thing could have blew up. Those things blow up every once in a while.
They could have, and you know what that would have meant? That would have meant that somebody really wasted $28 million. Now, I'm just saying, you got to get on Amazon. Yes. That would have been a shame. Oh, maybe that would have been great. That would have been like Amazon.
You talking about a Black Friday?
Ooh,
that'd been a Black. What's today? Tuesday? That'd been a Black Tuesday.
It would have been Discount Tuesday. They may have raised prices. I don't know. I'm just saying, man. Look. When you get out of space. Then talk to me. Then I'll be surprised. I'm surprised. I was surprised that Anderson Cooper went out there yesterday and Anderson Cooper's home tonight. No, I want you to stay out there for a time being. Go out there, man. Find a hotel. Find some nice restaurants in space. Find some people out there. Do something exciting out there. Just don't go up and come back and then you go up and then the Virgin people didn't even do that.
Nobody,
I'm just gonna go out there. Yeah,
it's just like with the space shuttles. Nobody cared until it blew up.
Well,
they didn't even have it on TV.
I'm gonna put it like this: if he had taken like Kanye and maybe like DJ, Kid Capri, maybe I would. Now
you're talking. He should have. With a DJ controller and just been mixing while he was up in space. That'd have been cool. Yeah, he should have took Kanye up there. That'd have been cool. That's what he should have did. Kanye would have been great. You seen him?
Can you imagine if they just left Kanye up there?
Wow. He would touch the face of God.
Yo, I'm getting ready to listen to, he's having a listening party to his new album, Donda, in the Georgia Dome? Yeah. Everybody, get ready for Kanye. Get ready for
that's gonna be a party down there.
Yeah, get ready for the album that's 10 years in the making. Let's do it.
Is he still doing Christian music, or he went back secular?
Did you say secular or no? I'm not gonna.
Hey, all right.
See, this is what happens when you start talking about Kanye. Sizzle after dark, then you start talking about Kanye and now things. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna say the rocket ship thingy was Fizzle. Jay, you're gonna say it was Sizzle, and
it's fabulous.
We've got to find somebody to break the tie. So if you're listening to it, just tell us in the comments below. Make sure that you put it in the comments and say, "Hey, it's either Fizzle or Sizzle." A Rocket Boy. I mean, it would have made more sense if they had taken Elton John. At least he could have sang the song going up there.
That would have been. You know what? Now you're putting in production value into that, and I'm digging it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you who was a guy though. That guy who went up there on that balloon and floated all the way up there and then jumped off that balloon and came and fly. That guy there. That guy. I want to shake that man's hand because he's absolutely crazy. There's no way I would have done that.
Does he have hands anymore?
Yeah, that dude came down and broke like the speed barrier. I think he was doing like 700 miles an hour falling through the sky. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That guy was crazy. You know, Jeff Bezos, they really looked like they were sitting on there eating a bag of nuts. Like they were in first class. Let's go, honey. They're on their way to Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that alone because I don't want to envision any man with a bag of nuts in his hand. Yep, that's where we're going to leave it. Yep, we're going to leave it right
We probably should.
Yep. It's probably getting bad. It's getting bad. Yeah. But you know who it is. You know what it is. It's the Sizzle here on Iron Skillet Radio, Iron Skillet Television, and live here on Facebook Live. Look, if you have not liked, subscribed, and shared this information, please feel free to do so. Please make sure you hit the notification button. You go to YouTube, you can find the Sizzle exclusively there. You go for your podcast wherever you go and get your favorite podcast. And remember, hit the notification notification button so you know when continents come out, and make sure that you
When
like it.
continents come out, we got new continents.
Yes, we have new
How many
continents.
Are there 8 or 9 continents? 7?
Well, let me tell you something. If
Is
California
Iceland actually
keeps
a continent?
burning the way it's going to burn, it's going to be
Man,
a
it's
new
so bad out there. Oh my
Yes.
God.
Kesey time.
I'm
Just
man,
stay up, baby.
I'll take my little Midwest and just hang out, bro. I'm good. Give me a tornado every once in a while. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm packing stuff right now. Your nephew's out there, and I've got to make sure my son
Where's he
has
at?
at least water. He's in LA.
Is he, y'all didn't bring him back? I thought y'all brought him back home.
No, how can you bring Mr. LA back from LA? It's like bringing
he's
LeBron out of LA. He can't do it.
He's fully LA too. You know that. You know he's gonna come back with the white valleys on now and with an accent. You know what I'm saying? And with that California love type of flavor to him. You know,
just so long as he doesn't roll all his R's and then start saying, "You know what's up, man?" And I'm just okay. Just saying, so long as he keeps it Valley, we can work with.
I'm down in the boat. Yeah, because he's right there. He's right there in the neighborhood too, ain't he? He near Crenshaw, ain't he? Yeah. What up, cuz? He gonna come back and hit you with a what up, cuz. If he hits you with a what up, cuz, I'm just gonna follow him and start like, oh, a shout out. Baby Luna came today, my granddaughter.
It's Luna Day Grace. On the sizzle. Luna
the star Day. Child. The star child here. 8 pounds, 7 ounces, and 20 inches long. Her mama was a volleyball player that we might have an outside here in about 7 or 8 more years when she starts in junior volleyball. Could be an outside here. 20 inches long, dude. I mean, she's gonna be about 6 feet tall.
You like that? You like that?
Oh,
yeah, Luna Grace.
Dude, I forgot to tell everybody, happy Luna Grace Day. It is
Happy Luna Grace Day. Star child. That's what she is. Yeah, she's a good.
And I'm going to start doing a workout video. I'm going to start doing workout videos for my people.
Man,
that's what I'm
bro. I am so past not working out. I have the workout room right. I walk by the gym every day. And I say I'm going in there and I just sashay right on out the door. Well, I'm always going to a meeting or going whatever. So I'm always doing that. That's what I keep telling myself. I have many meetings I have to go to. But I do not meet in the gym. I just don't do that. So I need to get that figured out.
That's where you got to meet in the gym. That's where you're going to meet us. We're in the gym. We're on the court. We're on the field. We're on the ground. We're on the turf. We're on the sand. We're on the dirt. We're wherever you need to be. So, number one, make sure that you tell someone happy Luna Grace Day. That's number one.
Happy Luna Grace Day.
2, make sure you check out the SI swimsuit edition so we can have this conversation.
Don't do it.
We can do this over in the chat, man. We can always do it. We get down.
Sports.
You get down in Messenger, look for the Sizzle. We're there. Or you can go over to our group. It's the Sizzle Brothers. You can talk about it. We'll post it in there. And look, man, make sure that you subscribe, and share.
Hit the subscribe button.
Hit
the subscribe button, man. How do you say that? How do you say that out of California?
Hey, man. No.
Hey, man.
No, that's more Tennessee. Look here, man. Look here, skin, man.
Yeah, we went to the dirty South right there.
Yeah, man. Late at night, my accents get all thrown off, man.
Hey, dude, I have no idea what's what at all. Anyway, what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
It's crime. Where was Crime Mob from? They weren't from the South, were they?
Yeah.
Nucky B. Bucket. They're from Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta. Somewhere.
What is Diamond and all them?
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere like that. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, keep you bug.
Nuck if you bug.
Now, can you say nuck if you buck if you in Milwaukee? Because they're bucks, but I don't know if you can nuck.
I'm sure they nucking and bucking all over the place up there right now.
I bet it's a whole lot of nucking and bucking going on.
Yeah.
You know who it is. You know what it is. He's J Sizzle. I'm G Sizzle. We are the Sizzle, and we will see you on the other side, my friend. Make sure that you subscribe, and do all that good stuff, because if not, we're going to come and punch you.
Luna Grace Day.
Happy Luna Grace Day. Sing the song. Sing Happy Luna Grace Day.
And Aiden, all my grandkids. Yeah. Now I can say all my grandkids now. I got all my grandkids now. Old as dirt. That's me.
Yeah, you are old. You are dirt. But that's all right. We're in the dirt together.
Off-centered the whole show. We are the dirt.
We are the dirt, but we're in it together. So we'll see you again on the Sizzle.
Make sure that you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Iron Skillet Sports. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to Iron Skillet Sports on YouTube at Iron Skillet Sports.